Okay. So good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us this morning on a wonderful session that we bring to you by Clearly Blue. Clearly Blue is our partner, professional skills and soft skills partner for VM Inclusion Taara. They have been with us right from when we started Taara, helping all our women candidates. Helping us take a holistic approach to help you who are on a career break, so that we just don't provide you technical upskilling but also help you with the soft skills that is needed and all the motivation that is needed for you to come back to mainstream workforce. So today's topic, making networking work for you. It's a simple thing but very important in the current era. Now, interacting with people from different professions, nationalities, and cultures gives us a broader scope of life. Apart from broadening an individual's view of life, there are many benefits of networking. So it is considered, I mean, by some it may be considered as an opportunistic practice. So but even other ways, today's session will be all about how important networking is and how it will help you get back to workforce after a career break. With me, I have Megha Melgiri, who is with Clearly Blue, and sorry about that. So we have Jyoti, we have Kaustuba, Shaila, and Divya. Jyoti and Kaustuba are Tara candidates and have successfully graduated from the program and have joined work back. I would let Megha to introduce Shaila and Divya. Divya is also Tara candidate, if I'm not wrong. Divya?
Yes, Sita, I'm also Tara
Okay,
candidate.
thank you. Sorry about that. So with that,
I think all
please,
four of them are
Tara
Tara
is, yeah,
candidates.
Shaila as well, yeah.
Correct.
Because sometimes when we expand the last name, it becomes difficult. So we are so proud that we have more than 4,000 plus women back to workforce after completing the program and making use of all the tools that we provide. And here we are with yet another wonderful session. It's going to be a panel discussion with the Tara candidates to see how they utilized everything that was provided. Please note that this is a one-way audio broadcast and hence request you to post your questions in the Q&A panel. With so many participants, it becomes difficult to monitor the chat. So please post the questions in the Q&A only. It can be addressed to any one of the panelists or even me, Neha or Megha will be here to answer your questions on the program. Okay, with that, over to you, Megha.
Thank you very much, Sita. A very good morning to one and all, and thank you very much for joining us today. I am Megha Melgiri, working as project manager at Clearly Blue and moderator of today's panel discussion. So once again, I would like to welcome Divya, Jyoti, Shaila, and Kaustuba, our today's panelists, who are restarters and were part of both the Tara program and the Smart Start program. So we are very proud to have you all here. So one of the first exercises we ask all our Smart Starters to do is to narrate their story. So I request all our panelists here to share their story with us. Now let's start with our first panelist, Divya. Good morning, Divya.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Very good morning to you all. So, first of all, thanks for this opportunity to share my experience or my journey. I'm Divya Pokala from Hyderabad. I'm really feeling very happy that today I'm also giving one of the webinar session conducted by VMware Tara. It's really a happy moment. And I recently cleared my level 3 VCP exam, and I'm also one of the many who graduated from VMware VM Inclusion Tara. So presently, I'm working as an intern with a leading digital company in database reliability and engineering team. So after 5 years of career break, before my break, I worked as a Java developer and database admin with the biggest telecom company around 3 years. Also, I'm interested in early childhood education programs. Presently, made it as my hobby to learn and grow with along with my baby. So actually, it's really, I want to say thank you to the program which is conducted by VMware. That thanks is not enough to give back to the program. So because of that program, today I'm here. Yeah.
That's really amazing, Divya. Welcome back to work. Now, I would like to invite Jyoti to share her story with us. Good morning, Jyoti.
Good morning, Megha, and hello, everybody. First of all, yeah, big thanks to Sita and VMware Inclusion Taara program. I never thought that I would be one of panelists on a platform like this. It was just a few months ago that I used to be one of the attendees seeking help and advice from the talks, various talks conducted by VMware, and this is something else. Fast forward 5 months now, it's like I don't know, pinch myself kind of a moment. Yeah, so about me, I have been a front-end developer in my previous career stint. I worked for around 9 years as a software developer before my career break. And after that, now I work as an associate product manager at Clearly Blue Digital. And I, uh, I'm also one of the finishers of the Smart Start program by Clearly Blue. I am also a fitness enthusiast. I love the outdoors. I'm a new mom, and yeah, looking forward to move ahead in my career in the whole product scene. Yeah, that's about me, Megha.
That's awesome, Jyoti. So proud to have you here. Thank you. Let's move on to our next panelist, Kaustuba. Hi, Kaustuba. Good morning.
Hi everyone, uh, my name is Kaustuba and I'm also one of the Tara program candidate who was inspired and helped and pushed by all Sita and Harjeet and everyone. So what I'm today is because of all the help they've done. So about me, I'm a senior SRE in one of the product-based company and I have 10 years experience and I've started my career as a system analyst, system administrator. So now I've come to this position. So even I've taken a break. Then I completed Tara program and all other programs. And now I've started my journey once more. So I'm an adventure lover. I keep doing all sorts of variety adventure things. So that's how I keep me pumped up, and I try to keep up with the new things which are available in the market, like all the technologies. I keep learning. I keep taking the scholarships and help from others from the community, and that's how I've started my journey, which I've learned through the Tara program and the community. So this is about me.
That was simply great, Kaustuba. Thank you so much for sharing. Now, may I request Shaila to please share her story with us. Good morning, Shaila.
Yeah. Hi, good morning, everyone. I would thank for giving me this opportunity. As Sita and Megha said, even I was a participant a quarter before. Leveraging the richness of content that Clearly Blue and VMware was, bringing to us, like, who were, trying to restart the career. So, in between, I was also kind of, trying to do a startup kind of work, some kind of product development, and then mentoring the startup as well as during that period. And basically, I was working for past 24 years in domains such as aerospace and automotive, which is my favorite domain today after working for so long. And I was not like a kind of a person who take a break, but unfortunately during COVID I had to take a break for a couple of months. That's when I decided to take a break for a short period. But to get back after the break, I mean, it was like twisting my nerves, not so easy. So I was like wondering, what is this? So when I was trying to apply a job for VMware, that's where I got, looked at this Taara, and there is one more program, Nakshatra, from VMware. So I was very excited, and I'm very happy to see those kind of programs are coming from organization like this and helping people like us who had to get back. And I mean, that helped me in a long way. Not which I had not focused sometimes in my career. There are many things that came in those programs. I'm sure that all of you will get benefited in that way, being part of this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shaila. That was truly inspiring and motivating. So now let's dive a little deeper into today's topic and learn more about the significance of networking and some useful tips from our panelists. So my first question is, while you were on a career break, how did you network with people? Did you use LinkedIn during your job search, and how helpful was it? Let's hear it from Divya.
Yes, Megha. So like how like my break started means it's actually based on the situations and priority basis, like actually, so the family needs support, and at the same time so my health, so this I have to take a break, so there's no way that I can go back to work. So but at the same time that I decided, but I have to go back to work at any cost, even sometime if I take. Then, so during even in my break, so when my child was born, like when he was in like 6 months old, so I used to search for how that I can like educate him. Like I came to know about some of the methodologies, right brain education and the Montessori methodologies. I used to follow with that programs, and I came to know about VMware Taara program also. Like when I was affected with Corona, I was enrolled with the VMware Taara program. I like attended the session, so then I decided so that I have a chance that I can go back to my career. So by following their technical sessions and soft skill sessions, which are conducted by Clearly Blue. So by following those sessions, their instructions, and so there's one like VMware social networking with like who are registered with VMware Taara program. So there's we can communicate with the people like who actually like clear their exams, and we can post our doubts, so we can communicate with them. So by their experiences, actually that by communicating with them, that I cleared my all 3 levels, and even being a part of some of the platforms which I came to know because of VMware Tara program only, that aspect for her Smart Start program. So by networking with like the peers who are on the same path. So by sharing, they used to share their experiences, how like after a long break, that how they crack their interviews, how did they get the jobs by asking them about doubts. So by making conversation with them, that I came to know how that I can attend the interviews. So by following the sessions, I prepared my resume and started a LinkedIn profile. So like through LinkedIn only that I got this opportunity, that I applied through Naukri, Glassdoor, many of the websites, and I applied to many job roles. But through LinkedIn that I got this opportunity. LinkedIn is like very good networking platform. Yeah.
That's very nice to know, Divya. Thank you. So now, please may I ask Kaustuba to share about your networking journey, Kaustuba. So while you were on a career break, how did you network with people, and did you use LinkedIn for your job search?
Yeah, Mega. That's the thing. normally when I started and I was looking out for which opportunity to do, I found out VMware ad in Facebook. That's when I started this program. And this program is like was a full-fledged package type, like where we were supposed to do some of the labs, which gave me a hands-on experience. And there were labs which I was struck, and there was a community, and there used to be doubts being posted, like this is the lab, and you might get stuck here, and you need to do this. That's how I started building my community there. And we had a helpline also, like we would have been knowing what were the mistakes we were committing. Like it's been a long time away from having a hands-on experience, and that on a new technology. So this gives you help, and that's where the journey started. That's when that's when I understood about the LinkedIn, and I started getting connected with people who I met in Tara through LinkedIn. So that's how I expanded my what to say, like people I know. Then from them I came to know about many opportunities, not only about job, but the various scholarships which they were doing, and various opportunities which are open in other companies. So one thing led to other. So that's how, to be frank, whatever the role I'm present, also people saw my LinkedIn profile, and they were surprised to see many variety of technologies I was learning, and variety of scholarships I had earned. And it gave me a lot of opportunities. So one thing will lead to other. It's like people will start noticing you if you start updating your LinkedIn profile, and people will start understanding you better than having a resume. It's like a resume for everyone. So keeping updating our LinkedIn profile will give a good insight to what we are doing, like where we are progressing in our career, and we're not being stuck at one place. So it shows what learnings we do, and what types of opportunities we are open for. So we will be approached from them. You need not run after opportunities, is what I feel. If you keep posting about what we are doing, we will be only be approached by them. So that I feel like LinkedIn, not only LinkedIn, you can join into other community servers, like for Discord. There are other communities also, like for any other cloud and all. So one thing will start, one or the other thing will start happening when you start making yourself being visible in the communities. So I strongly recommend keeping your LinkedIn profile updated, and letting everyone know what you're doing. So it gives you a sense of confidence too, to achieve things. And it also boosts your confidence, like, okay, people are noticing me, I need to do more. So that's from my side.
Wonderful, Kausuba. Kausuba and Divya, thank you very much. So it's simply amazing to know the power of LinkedIn and the programs like Taara, who are connecting people across different places, and that's why we are all here. So my next question is, what is the importance of networking when you are looking for a job, specifically in the context of a restarter who is looking to get back to work after a career gap? So Jyoti, since you are also a restarter, we would like to hear from you first.
Yeah. So when you say importance, I think, yeah, that networking, in the sense, if you're imagining it to be some kind of a formal event organized by a big corporation, it's not just that. That is not the only way to, like, network in a formal setting. I'd say, just asking anybody for help. It could be even like friends and family, and at least before, maybe if you're not aware of such communities, like how Divya and Kaustubha spoke about, it could simply start from your ex-colleagues and friends and family, where you speak out to them, and know about what is happening in the fields that you work in. You could start as simple as that, and then, like I think Kaustubha has already said, you can move on to these various platforms that are present now more than ever. We have wonderful communities. So that would give you an opportunity to know what is happening in the field, in the respective field that you want to work. I think that's networking, in the sense, is important, so that as a restarter, you might have fallen off the track. Maybe if the gap has been more than say 2 years or 3 years, there could have been a certain a lag in your the skills that you might not have been updated with the skills or whatever is latest in the field of your interest. So in networking at least would definitely help you in being aware of what's happening out there, and it could also help you in uh, getting to know about something different that you want to do. For me, networking in that way helped me. Like I was a developer before, a software developer, but now in my second innings, I kind of have changed my path onto product managers. So if I wasn't aware of these platforms, or if I was just going on my own searching for a job, I don't think I would have been able to make that switch. So I think networking in that way is also very helpful for you to know that there is a chance for you to like switch paths, or if you are interested in something else other than what you were already doing. So that is another way of a career change if you want to. So I think that way networking is plays a very good role.
Yeah, thank you, Jyoti. Thank you for sharing your experience. So, Shaila, although you were not away from work for a really long time, I understand. But so, according to you, what is the importance of networking when you started looking for a job after whatever gap you had taken from your career? No, specifically in the context of Restarter. So, please request you to share your point of view.
Yeah, as everyone was, talking about LinkedIn is, even I cannot exclude that. So that is where I was continuously active. If you say that, 12 to 16 hours, I was just in front of that. There are multiple advantage, in LinkedIn. What I found is I was also getting a lead, and I also was like trying to post a few things. So uh, since you are networked with many people, so it goes to multiple layers, right? So that's how I was, former. I was into in certain groups. For example, I am basically from machine learning, and then data analytics and kind of background, so autonomous car. So this is a group like I wanted to be. So I was always finding, whenever I connected, or they are also part of such groups actually. So I was getting a lead, where I could learn a lot of contents on that, and then what actually, other open source are coming up, and new group have been formed. So this is kind of, helping me to be in the market, knowing what is happening, and also, talk the same language. It so happens that I mean, even though if it is a short break, I was feeling that I was kind of getting isolated if you don't, get used to those terms and technology that is coming up. So I wanted to be on top of it. So I was continuously monitoring all those things. At the same time, I was reaching out to all my, folks with whom I worked in the past, saying that, I took a break, and, I want to get back to work. And I mean, of course, because of my experience, such roles are, not so much like how junior roles are available. So people used to, say that yes, right now it's not open. And of course last year it was no, that not such good as, this year. So people were helping, but not was, working out well for me. So this year, job opportunities opened out very well. And of course this Naukri also did help me, and LinkedIn, of course, very well responding to that. And yeah, these things really help me to boost and get a lot of opportunities. People are very helpful if you look at that way. And I also, I mean, I forgot to tell that. So Harvard University and some of the universities are providing the free courses actually, very with the professors, very well trained. And I found it very advantageous, which I got through all this LinkedIn. And of course, if you want to get certified, you have to pay in, but to learn, they don't charge it. I mean, there are so many institutes that they do that way. So people, somebody wants to upgrade, even though I am on the leadership role, I also have to be all the time, updated with the technical things, because I have to take to the market technical aspect as well. So I was upgrading those areas as well. That helped me a lot.
Now I would like to run an audience poll. So audience, a question will appear on the screen with multiple options, and you will have 30 seconds to answer. So Sita, could you please launch the poll? Yeah, so here's the question. What do you do when applying for a job? There are three options: apply directly, ask a friend for a referral, ask for an introduction to someone in that company. The time starts now. I would request audience to please cast their vote. Please select your option. Sita, am I audible?
Yes, Megha, you're audible.
Yes, Megha. So for
Yes,
some
we can
reason.
hear you.
Okay, so I would request audience to I would request the audience to please cast your vote. Here is your question. What do you do when applying for a job? Apply directly, ask for an introduction to someone in the company, ask a friend for a referral.
We have 100% participation. I
Okay.
think.
Sorry, I couldn't see the poll responses. So,
Oh, you're not able to see?
Sita, can you please? I am not able to see the poll response.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
share or
So we have
yeah? So I have.
it's already there. So it's 62% participants say that apply. Then we have 13% who say ask for an introduction to someone in that company. I'm one of that 13%. Then you have 25% who ask a friend for a referral.
Okay, okay, yeah. Thank you, Sita. Thank you, audience, for your responses. So now I want to ask one of our panelists. So, what did you do when you're applying for a job? Maybe Shaila, can we hear from you? What was your option when you were looking for a job?
Yeah, as I earlier mentioned, first thing I did is I was reaching out to, people whom with I worked, could be colleagues or friends. That is the first thing I did. And the second thing, there are a lot of job opportunities getting posted in LinkedIn. So the moment you go apply for the job, it shows who are all connected in that organization. I apply and then I reach out to them and say that, okay, there's a job option, I mean, job opportunity that is open. I'm applying. Can you help me to apply internally if there is an option? So they would help, referring me internally because they say that takes more weightage. Of course, I have seen that, I used to get a call. Yeah, and directly Naukri also have applied. So even, I mean, that is not a, bad option. Even I used to get a lot of calls through Naukri as well. Monster and Naukri, I have, I had registered, but I used to get there as well. Yeah, and coming back, all I have tried all these three options. So all three were doing good, and the more weightage, if I have to go, give, referrals, we're taking more weightage.
Okay, agree with you, Shaila. Yeah. So, Kaustuba, what would your option be like when you were looking for a job or applying for a job?
Mega, for starting, maybe when we are in the starting level, we need to apply directly because we would have not developed our community, or we would have not been knowing anyone much. So I was in a stage where I was applying until my Naukri shouted out, there is no more you can apply, or the quota is completed for a month. So I used to apply until that quota get exhausted. So then, after a while, when I started my career, then I started understanding I need to network and I need to talk to people about the roles, like what are the daily jobs they are doing or what are the responsibilities of that role. That's when I started building my network. And now, when I get a role, I first try to Google it and I search what are the responsibilities which has to be done daily and what are the challenges which will be facing and who might help me in that organization. So that's how we start developing. Maybe when you're in the beginning level, when you're a restarter, we'll have lots of doubts. We'll be also scared to ask people, thinking what they might reply back. But now the social media has come to such an extent that you can ask anyone that without disturbing, when they're at least free, they can reply. So even now, I keep asking people if I have any roles or if I have something interesting, I just ping them and I wait for them to reply and be polite. Like everyone will be busy. I understand that. So I keep waiting. And if I don't get a reply for 2 to 3 days, maybe then again I'll put a reminder to them. But until now, with whomever I've connected through LinkedIn, most of them have helped me out. Maybe like giving a role introduction, or maybe like what you have asked, like in the poll, like what we might be doing for a role, particular role. Everything, like people help on the LinkedIn. Only thing is you need to connect and you need to be patient. And everyone will be busy with their own work. You need to be patient. And that's how we
Agree.
will be also be able to connect with people. It's not like not everybody should answer us on the first go, right? They might also be busy with their work, upgrading, upskilling. So I wait patiently. So then I give them a reminder to help me out. So people start helping you out. So that's how you need to build your network if you want to move forward. That's how you need to build your network. That's how we learn about the opportunities too. I came across so many opportunities which I didn't know. Only by following few people on the LinkedIn, I came to know that okay, there are so many scholarships or opportunities, or there are some universities which are freely giving some degrees. There is like NPTL. It's from India. 1 year you can do everything. Like the only if you pay like 1,000 rupees, you'll be getting certificate, and you need to go for a center and do exams. It's like the world is open for you until you're open for it. You need to keep yourself open for all the opportunities. When you're trying to restart your career, don't limit yourself for one technology or one thing, but complete whatever you take. If you've taken one course, if you're stuck somewhere, try to find out people who've completed it and try to see like how it will help you. Where are you stuck? So that will help you to network and it will solve your problem too. It's a double useful thing.
Agree, Kaustuba. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. So it's time for us to know more about our panelists and their achievements in life. So let's hear it from them. So Divya, after several years of gap in your career, what motivated you to get back to work?
Yes, actually, like I previously mentioned, so when I took a break before also that I like, so I'm very much passionate about my career. So when I took a break also, I thought I definitely have to come back. And then I used to search for the opportunities like when I want to go back. So like my mind and heart always reminds me that I have to like do like my career. So when I searching, then came to know about VMware Taara, and so in that way that I am today here, and so that my journey started, and with that program only, and I know like what are the opportunities that we can do, like to be like financially independent. So that that's what.
Thank you, Divya. Yeah, thank you. Really nice to know that you kept your spirit so high during your break and finally got back to work and you are in your dream job right now. Yeah. So, Jyoti, so you have switched your career from being an engineer to a product manager. So you were originally planning to try out instructional design and applied for an internship role, right? So we want to know what makes you so agile.
Uh, um, I think just being open to um, different opportunities is one thing which will, help you. So it's not some kind of I don't know, this inherent talent that I have. I'm inclined to anything technology. So I was not hell bent on just being, stuck to one kind of a role or profession. I did not cocoon myself into just being the software engineer that I always was, and So I think the opportunities that I also got, I think it just, life happened. The opportunities that I got were also in a way that it piqued my interest, and there was a lot of continuous learning is what makes me happy, right? Figuring out new avenues and learning new topics is something that interests me very much. So that way, I it was easy for me to kind of transition from just a normal developer role to a product manager role.
True, Jyoti. That's really helpful. So, the more open you are, the more opportunities come to you. Uh, Finally, yeah. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing. So now, let's have some rapid fire questions. So I'm going to ask one question to each panelist, and your answer can be in just one word or one sentence. So my first question to you, Shaila. So if you were asked to make a wish for yourself, what would it be?
Okay, the wish is, the people and the world is very joyful.
Wow, that's a very wonderful wish. We all also wish for the same, Shaila. Thank you. So, who is your role model and why? Divya, this is the question for you.
Yeah, it's, my role model is Abdul Kalam, like through his
Wow.
wings of fire. So his normal way of living, very simplicity, like yeah, those points.
So, Kaustuba, one thing that you love the most about yourself.
Maybe the way I challenge myself to push me more to do more new things or try new things and keep the variety in my life alive.
Oh yeah,
Maybe in the
that's very true.
technology or or adventure or whatever it is. Try different cuisines, go to different places. So that's how. That's I think I keep pushing me not to stop at one place.
Great. Yeah, that's the way to go about it, Kaustuba. Thank you. So, Jyoti, if you could go and talk to your younger self, what would you tell yourself?
Oh, I would tell my younger self that do not be afraid of failure. Keep trying, and it's totally okay to be, to fail if you try something new, and it's totally okay to try again and again. Because I remember as a younger self, I had this fear of failure, and honestly, I think it also stopped me from just taking risks. So that was something that I used to be when I was young, and now when I look back, I totally want to tell the younger self of me to not be afraid to fail and try again and again.
Thanks, Jyoti. That's a wonderful message to all of us. So, yeah, so thank you for the spontaneous and wonderful responses. Now, let's move on to, hear more from our panelists and their achievements in life. So, Shaila, you have worked in different services and product companies in the past. Based on your experience, can you tell us how different are they?
Yeah, well, so that's a good question. I wish that, there is some kind of uh, merger way of working. First of all, I started my career in the product industry. So, product is an organization where the operation is well defined and there is a boundary between, you know, between the enabler teams and the engineering teams. So it's well focused and team are given well defined roles and responsibilities. So you just work on that and to the time and then come back and okay, I'm done for the day, that's it. So it's very nice that by end of the day there is some kind of satisfaction and that whatever you planned for the day it's done and then you're out of it. But if I look at the other side, it doesn't give the broader view because broader perspective of touching all the areas because I was expertise in one of the system called flight management system. When I had to move to other system, they said we have invested a lot of time there, so it's more benefit for the organization to continue to be there. But it was taking too much for me to shift to any other system. But when I moved to service industry, of course, it took me a long time for me getting to that. Oh, it's everywhere, everything in every place. So what do you want to choose and how do you want to position yourself as a left to you? So in that environment, you have to be more organized. Things around you are not organized. So but still you have to choose what you want and you have to make your career out of it. And of course, working hours is not limited for 8 hours. If I want to close my laptop, there is something coming up saying that okay, there is something you have to close today. And my working hours have never been less than 12 hours to 16 hours. So that's how I've been in the service industries. I mean, that is not the case with everybody, but I am passionate about doing certain things and being satisfied about the work. But I take to do something like that. Of course, the way of operations that is done in service industry is quite different. The revenues, targets, and everything comes, too much on as a KPI. So whereas you don't have that burden in product industry. So life is quite easy, I would say, product industry. Service industry, it gives expansion and you can touch upon everything. At the same time, you have to pay for it.
Yeah, thanks, Shaila, for sharing your experience and your point of view. Now, may I ask Kaustuba? So, you have tried so many adventures and traveled extensively in life. So, can you recall any life-changing experiences and moments?
I can tell one thing, Megha. Like I traveled for Manas Sarovar, so where we had to do a 3 days trekking. So it was a life-changing experience where I experienced everything, right from traveling on the horses, going to a very cold place, to falling off from the horses, to everything. It gave me a sense of life, like nothing is happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, and whatever you do, you get back to it. So after all the hardship, I completed the 3 day parikrama. So that gave me a push which was required in my life. Until then, I thought my life was over and I need to stay at the same stage. So after that journey, maybe I got the answer from higher God that I need to move forward. And as one of the panelists mentioned, I was also one of the listener to such type of sessions. So 1.5 year, 2 years down the line, I'm a panelist. So life gives us many opportunities and it will open doors for us. Maybe we need to recognize those doors and we need to move forward. So presently, like Taara and Clearly Blue are giving us such opportunities. I request everyone to make use of it. And if I can do it, everyone can do it. Everyone can achieve it. That's what I feel. Maybe one needs to travel to know more. Like what and all is there beside our houses, also we have not traveled. So maybe once all this corona goes, everyone must travel. So you know, try to find inner peace and you know what you are and what you can do.
Thank you,
I have
Kaustuba. That was truly inspiring. Sorry, did I cut you? You were saying something.
I was saying, Kaustuba, that I have planned this year. I missed last 2 years because of COVID. This year I've planned for it.
Oh,
Oh,
all the
okay.
best, Shaila. Have a wonderful trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Kaustuba. So that was truly inspiring and motivating. So we all should travel to learn more, to explore more in life, right? So nice. Now let's have another round of audience poll. So audience, again, the question will appear on the screen with multiple options and you'll have 30 seconds to answer. So the question is, which of these tips have you used while networking? Listen more than you talk, be willing to invest in follow-up, ask open-ended questions. So Sita, can you please launch the poll? Thank you. Audience, your time starts now. Thank you. Someone says actually all of them. Sita, just let me know once the poll is done.
We still have few more people to go.
Okay, sure, sure.
You able to see it now?
I can see it now, yes. So
Okay.
44% people say listen more than you talk, 36% people say be willing to invest in follow-up. Good. 20% people are saying ask open-ended questions. Yeah, thank you for your votes, audience. So now I want to ask our panelists, what's your take on the audience vote? Let's say the first option was having the highest number of votes, which is listen more than you talk. So what's your take on that? Uh, Shaila or Jyoti, anyone wants to take that question?
Okay, so it depends on the situation. Always listening would not work because many times you will have to sell yourself as well. When I say sell, not about talking too much about that. There are certain potential that has to be highlighted. Otherwise, people cannot know by just looking at you or seeing the CV or things like that. So I would say. Not always that will work. So you have to talk about yourself when the forum is there or an opportunity is there, and what is that you carry forward or what you come with, and what are your strengths, potential, and how do you do differentiate among others. So that's very important that in a small sentences you can put, rather than just listening everything. So of course there are forums where you have to be silent listener because that's a learning forum that you want to learn something. Somebody is somebody has already some kind of experience and they are throwing at you. So but that consciously has to be decided. That's what I would say.
Thank you, Shaila. Thank you. So, Divya, I would like to know from you, which option did you choose while networking?
Yes,
Let me know if you want me to repeat the options.
yes, I choose every option. Like networking means we need to follow up with the people, we make conversations, we need to ask them like for help, we need to listen like how the other people that they, if they want their or help or any guidance or suggestion based on our experiences. So, like, so we need to appreciate and we need to ask open-ended questions like it's a conversation like how they are going with their life. Like we need to connect with the people like as our friends. So one thing that I want to say is here what we can give back to whoever Tara program is like by referring the people who are on the same path because we know the pain. So by making this network like this networking is a process. Once we get a job or opportunity, we want to connect with the people. It is not like that. It is a continuous process. We have to get the help from others who actually get the job, and if once we get the job we need to give the reference or help or any guidance to others. So it's like a sharing is a caring that we used to learn from our childhood onwards. So I choose every option.
Right, Divya. Thank you so much. Kaustuba and Jyoti, do you want to add something to it?
I think yeah, the Shaila and Divya have covered it. I'd say I would have chosen any of the options. I think it's more like based on context. Say, like Kaustuba said, or I mean, like Shaila said, if the person is, this experienced person, or if it's like in a learning context, you would listen more than you talk. And yeah, and if you're something about seeking to show your work, like yeah, kind of sell yourself in, like what Shaila said, if you want to put yourself out there, yeah, then you need to make sure the follow up happens, and it's upon you. Like you can't expect that the other person is going to come back and help you out. So yeah, the I would say I would have gone in any of the choices given based on the context. So yeah.
Right, Jyoti. Thank you so much. So, Jyoti, as a restarter, when you were being interviewed, how did you project your career gap to the interviewer? Can you please tell us?
Actually, in most cases, I think, at least from what I learned, even in the Smart Start program, is to first thing not really highlight the gap itself. You are not defined by that gap. So I just used to speak like normally, like this is what I've done in the past, and this is what I would like to do now. That way. So it's only specifically if the interviewer or the employer goes into asking something about what is about your career gap, then maybe I'd shortly say what was the situation and what happened. And if someone want to know more about your career gap, then maybe elaborate on it, or mostly highlight what you did in your career gap to kind of keep yourself either updated, or you might have done something totally different in your gap. So I think it's totally okay. So the first thing I uh, made sure was, did not upfront go and like project my career gap as like the main thing. I just would speak like any other normal candidate.
Right, Jyoti. I think that's the way to go about it. Thank you for sharing your experience. Divya, please may I ask your experience of, when you were giving an interview as a restarter, how did you project your career gap to the interviewer?
Yeah, like based on my interview experience, if I can say, like, so nowadays the opportunities are open up for women who are in career break. Like I didn't face that situation. I have like, so not that long break. If they ask for means, like when I decided, like I was actually like updated with technologies when I stopped my job also, like based on my profile, in what technology that I was interested, and based on my upskilling and the certifications, maybe that profile gets shortlisted. And yeah.
Okay, Divya, thank you so much for sharing your experience. Since all our panelists today are from both Smart Start and Tara programs, I would request each panelist to share one or two lines about both the programs and how these two programs helped them in their return journey. Can we have Shaila, please? Do you want to go first, Shaila?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so when I was on the career break, even though it was a short period, but still, I was finding it difficult after 2 months when I applied, because I am on the leadership role. People were judging about my, stability with decision, making roles. If I slip off, something like that. So, I mean, it was kind of a challenging for me to tell this, even though when I tell. A lot of judgment used to happen, but not with all the organizations, but quite few of them. In that case, I found that I'll have to be open for everything, not just being on a leadership role. That's how I started enrolling for Tara program to upgrade myself on technical. Of course, I had not worked in kind of virtual machines and things like that directly, but it was part of it when I was doing a cloud technology. But I said, okay, it's not a bad idea to extend myself to other technology as well. That's how I went and did a level 1 as well, and level 2 I had enrolled to continue. I had gone through all the sessions. It's very interesting. It's so very easy. I found it very easy. It's so organized, and if somebody pays attention, it's not more than 3 days. I mean, it was taking a week or so because I was getting involved or something like that. Otherwise, it's a very organized, very simple, and anybody can do, and it's a free of cost. I mean, that is the one thing. I like that the way that is offered for people like us who would be on break and then still can come back with some kind of upgradation. And apart from that, there are certain forums like how today this program is happening. Like that, I think one more thing, VMware used to schedule technical clarifications with one of their employees. I mean, that is very interesting. Somebody, used to invest some time for us to clarify certain doubts. And it was not once, I mean, many times it used to happen. And there are recorded videos. I mean, there is so much help. I mean, I cannot say in the words of, thankful in the way that has been done by VMware for us. And I was very much benefited with all those things. I was, carefully listening about everything, every word of it. It's very nice actually. And other part is they had also organized some program on coming up. There is a question somebody has also asked, like, I'm not good at communications and all those things. There were, sessions organized, like, how do you have to tell about yourself? I mean, many sessions were there. I mean, depending on your weakness or where you want to work on. Those programs also helped me actually in some way, though I was in the organization working closely on all those things, there are certain strength and weakness with me as well. And I started looking inward about myself when I was going, oh, something I need to work. That helped me a lot to come out of certain things. And Clearly Blue, there is a, app. I, went through every session. It is also well packaged and there are certain videos. It is so well organized and, made for that program. And that is also very educative. And that also helped me in a longer way, actually. So, I mean, even I don't have access, but there are some videos which touched me, very closely. I would say that these are really very booster programs, I would say, and it will not let you down if you, spend some time on that effectively.
Thank you, Shaila. Glad that both the programs have been interesting to you and have helped you in your return journey. So, Kaustuba, since you have also completed both the programs, so do you want to share one or two lines about Smart Start and Tara program?
Yes, sure, Megha. Tara program is like a technical program which gives you upskilling. Like you can do all the 3 levels and you can start your journey in a new field which you want to start. As well as in the Clearly Blue program is like where you'll be understanding like how you can improve your communication skills, how you can try to improve your LinkedIn. It's like having all the communication and other related doubts, how to attend interviews, how to be confident. All such parts are being learned in Clearly Blue program. So one suggestion I would give is like be curious. Like if someone is telling something like there is a free program and you will achieve things and there are some people who have already done it. That's what I do. When I see someone telling or when I see some posts in the LinkedIn, I'm curious to know about it. Nowadays, all the information is available in the internet. So you can just Google it and keep some time for yourself for upskilling. And once you start it, don't stop until you complete it. If there are 3 levels in Tara, you've started with the first level and you've started with something else and stop here. Once you come back here, it's like you won't be knowing what is happening, right? So once you take one or two, you just complete it and then go for the next one. A lot of courses, don't stop at one. Try to complete whatever you take so that everything will be like in a one shot and you will be having everything in your mind. So be curious, like if someone is telling some courses and some things are useful, just take it. It's just free of cost. And we women are born with the technology of multitasking where we cook food, look after kids, study, make them study. And I think most of the women have it in their blood. And that's how we can achieve it too. So I don't think it's tough for us to do it. Only thing is it's tough in our mind.
Very well said, Kaustuba. Thank you so much. Jyoti and Divya, do you want to add to it?
Yes, Megha. Yeah, BMA Tara program which helped in technical skills part and through Clearly Blue only that soft skill sessions, how we can communicate. And like I used to search for the sessions when I get a doubt, even for self doubt sessions. Like so, if I get any thought about that, so I used to search for the sessions if I get anything like how you have to be confident. So based on those sessions, like that, I'm like very much clear about the doubts. And even like about the Smart Start program is like where I've seen like if we want to like implement a hobby, we have to work on that every day on only 2 seconds. Like that part is so I'm following it very much. So many things that I pick up from both the programs.
Thank you, Divya. Jyoti, do you want to share something?
Yeah, I think everybody, most of them have covered what's been said. I'd like to say, yeah, like VMware is for the technical aspect of upskilling yourself, and Smart Start is to give you that kind of a structure on how to approach your job application. So both of them combined is a great combination to definitely clear your path towards a new career. I think it's both of them have come at the right time for me, in terms of the job process, because as much as technical skills is important, through the VMware Taara program, the soft skills and the other skills that are required, like networking and communication and resume building, those things are also equally important. So I think the combination of both the Taara and Smart Start was what has helped me immensely. Yeah.
Nice, Jyoti. That's really nice to know. Thank you. So, with this, we are towards the end of this program, and we can now take some questions from our audience. So, I have a few questions in the Q&A panel. Sita, can you please help me out here? So, there is one question um, from Nikita.
Sorry.
So, so
Is that
what
on the
scholar?
Q&A panel? Sorry. So that's for
Yeah,
Kaustuba,
right,
actually.
Sita. Yeah, it's for Kaustuba. So, what scholarships have you taken, Kaustuba? So, there's a question from Nikita Shukla. She wants to know what scholarships have you taken?
So hi Nikita, I have done few, like which I can tell I've done few in VMware, like I've completed all 3 in VMware. And apart from that, there were some sessions in the Microsoft which they keep giving you, and you get free coupons. So I've completed 5 Microsoft certifications through that. And I've done 2 nano degrees using a Bertelsmann scholarship, where people will be selected based on your, there'll be 2 levels based on your performance and based on your activities you're doing and the community participation. They'll be selecting you among like 1.5 lakh applications, only 1,000 will be selected. Among that, only 300 will be given an opportunity to complete it. So I've done 2 such of those. And apart from that, I've done like 3 IIT programs from NPTEL. So apart from that, I've already been doing some other certifications on the cloud automation side also, on the Python side also. And I've won Google scholarship, like where I've done about professional cloud architecture. It's also a certification. So these are some of the things which I've done. And now there are many opportunities which has been given. So people can just utilize it, like just try going through one by one and don't keep stopping yourself from applying to jobs. So even you keep upskilling and try to apply jobs. So it gives you an experience. What is missing, like what I need to learn, okay, how I need to talk, what are the pain points, like which are the points, like if they ask I'm fumbling or I'm not knowing the answer. So it gives you insight. So don't stop yourself from applying to jobs as well as from upskilling. Both should go hand in hand.
Thanks, Kaustuba. Nikita, we hope that answers your question. So there is one commonly asked question in the Smart Starter group, and that is how can we overcome our fears while interviewing, especially if it is technical interview? Anyone in the panelists would like to take this question?
I think
Shaila?
technical interviews are always scary. If you ask me, that's something it will always be there. But I mean, not to discourage you or anything. It's just that maybe we should, first thing is we need to get out of that imposter syndrome. I think mostly from personal experience, when I have given technical interviews, uh, the fear is I am not good enough, or my skills are not good enough for what they seek, or I might not be fit for the role. These kind of doubts are always in your mind, and that's what is giving you that fear while interviewing. And that will just it's like a domino effect, and the whole thing will just go down, and then in the interview. So I think the first thing is to stop doubting yourself and not have that imposter syndrome, and being confident with what you know, and not getting offended if you get rejected. So if you are not selected, I think please don't get offended, don't take it personally, and um, just continue the fear of interviews in even in the next opportunities is what usually happens from personal experience. So first thing is to not really have doubt about yourself, and to go ahead with that kind of a clear mind is what has helped me, if I have to say.
Thank you,
Yes.
Jyoti. Yeah, Divya, please go ahead.
Yeah, like I mentioned previously, right? So when I get the doubt, like how to be confident in the interviews, these type of sessions that I used to search for a way that I will get the help to get out of from that state of mind. So by following those sessions and those guidance, then you came to know like so how to be confident in the interviews. And moreover, based on my experience, what I can say is, so don't be like result oriented. Don't take too much stress or tensed and anxious about interviews, because based on my experience, when actually to share, I attended interview with Amazon. Um, so I cleared my first round because I prepared before only that I don't be result oriented and don't want to take it as stress or feeling tense. So I attended it is very confidently without any expectation. So once I cleared that first round, that my expectations started, and then after that, the stress and tension came back. Like in the second round, that is really like a simple thing. So like because of the stress and tension, I lost that. So after the interview completed, when I analyzed myself, so this is what happened. So actually, I just want to share this experience. So don't take anything serious and don't be result oriented. Keep on upskilling and reskilling yourself. Give interviews. If if you fail in that interview, okay, there's plenty of opportunities. So failures are stepping stones as a future. So that's what I can able to say.
Very well said, Divya. Thank you so much. Anyone in the panelists want to take that question?
Yeah, so see, one more thing to get rid of is that you keep applying for all the jobs, okay, irrespective of whether you have skills or not skills. Just go on answering. If you don't know answer, it doesn't matter. You may fail in that interview, but that gives an exposure of, being strong there and saying no when you don't know. So, I mean, I used to do that when I was applying after the break. I applied for all kind of roles, and not keeping the boundary even location wise or anything wise. I know that certain things I really don't know to answer, but that's okay. I want to know what kind of questions they would be interested, or what they are looking at. One thing is, educate myself with those questions, and the second thing is also to work upon those things. And of course, when you don't know, of course you don't know, you cannot say anything. But bringing fear and rejecting yourself is the worst thing that somebody can. I mean, without somebody doing anything to you, you're doing for yourself. So that you should stop. Don't reject. I mean, it's natural that you, I mean, as an individual, I don't know and you don't know certain things. Accept it and go back and work on it. So elevate your confidence that way. And another part is what I mean, as an interviewer, I was seeing that people, when I was interviewing candidates who come after a break, there is a question also I saw that after 5, 6 years, I know how to answer and how to take up an interview. See, this is what I would also, combine that, question also here. So it is very important that when somebody is in a continuity, there is a continuity in work, they're confident about talking about the project where they are involved and they've been actively doing it. When you're on a break, it is kind of, you cannot tell that, you have to tell how you have upskilled. That is really, matters. How you have upskilled, people will not look at your gap when you are confident about answering the questions that is technically you have learned. They are also not specifically peeping at many things at all. So how confident about what you have learned, that is very important after you have taken the gap, and how well you are prepared to take that the situation. See, after a few gap, handling the situation, the work environment would be difficult. That is one, something they will assess you, whether you can take a risk or whether you can work with such pressure. So these are the combination that they would be, working out. And as an interviewer, even I was looking at those things. So if you focus on that, it should not matter whether you had a long gap or a short gap. But this is important. How you are presenting after learning is very important. So definitely, I would say that you should not get, worried or get fear when you are answering an interview questions. When certain things you don't know, it's, pretty forward that you don't know certain things, you can, tell that. Otherwise, you can, answer most of the things. Very important is you have to go well prepared for the interview also. If you have, cases that you shiver, or the words cannot come, freely, then you be in front of the mirror, do a rehearsal, something like that. All this would, definitely will help. And don't try to be confident, be confident. So there is a difference actually. When you try to be confident, either you will, speak more than what is required, or you underestimate something. So if you're confident, definitely you speak what is really required for that, right? So that's what I would like to say.
That's very nice. Well said, Shaila. Thank you for the tips. So there's one question from the audience. Is there any scope in the corporate industry if we belong to teaching field for the last 10 years? Anybody in the panelists wants to take that question? I can repeat
Can you
it.
say
Is there
that
any
again,
scope
Meg?
in the
Sorry, I
corporate?
didn't get
Yeah, sure. Is there any scope in the corporate industry if we belong to teaching field for the last 10 years?
Yes, definitely. There is a L&D, knowledge-based centers, training. There is a scope actually. People can apply for such jobs.
Absolutely.
Audience
Teachers
is
actually make excellent program managers. Though we say IT industry program managers need not be technically savvy. So you can look at such profiles which are available with your previous experience. We have seen that, teachers actually make great program managers. With a little experience on the tools that program managers use, you can fit very well into such roles.
right, Sita. Thank you so much. So there is another question from the audience. I have no any previous experience in IT industry. I am 35-year-old graduate housewife. Can I get a job if I do the cloud computing course?
That's That's again a teacher, is it? No. Where is the
No,
question,
it's from
Megha?
another person in the audience. It's there in the chat window, Sita. I just missed the name.
Okay.
Yeah, it's from Amita Rawat. Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to find that. I have no previous
I've just
experience.
pasted it.
Can I get a job if I do cloud computing course? Absolutely, Amita. So, hearing all the panelists, the first thing is to overcome your inhibition that you cannot do something. Okay, so the program is a boon for women who haven't done anything in the past, who want to start or restart their career in the IT industry. Like I mentioned before, you don't have to have a technical experience to join an IT industry. There are so many roles. You may be good at marketing, you may be good at sales. So, a product company like VMware, we have different business units like sales, marketing. Then we have the global support organization where we support the customers who buy the products. Similarly, there are other organizations who have bought these products and who require a technical expertise to go ahead and troubleshoot it, or go ahead and be at the administration side of the infrastructure. So there are so many roles available. All you have to do is, just for an example, go to any of the major job boards, type in cloud computing, put as fresher, and go ahead and find the different kind of jobs. So last week when I was running the session, I just showed that practically we had more than 7,000 plus jobs in Bangalore alone on Naukri, for cloud computing and virtualization administrators. Okay, so when I say administrator, it will be troubleshooting, how you install, how you configure, how you manage. These will be the platform that you use. Some of the organizations who have partnered with us, they are coming forward to hire associate cloud engineers or associate cloud administrators. Now, these people may or may not have any previous experience in the technology. Okay, so the program is designed in such a way that you start with the very basic, then you move on to the intermediate, and then finally you do a specialization where you will be the expert. Okay, so that's how it is designed for the ease of everyone, all the candidates, irrespective of them being from a technical or non-technical background. We also opened it up for graduates who completed their graduation, who couldn't secure a job for in the last 6 months for any reason. They can utilize this time while they wait for that opportunity to go ahead and upskill themselves with what's latest in the market. Okay, so simple things. You step into a store, you book your movie tickets, you pay your retail bill over Google Pay or any of those platforms, UPI platforms. So all this, the background is cloud, or the backend is cloud. Okay, so imagine what cloud computing is doing, and imagine the amount of jobs that will come up in the next few years at least. Okay, get yourself. You have taken that courage to even go ahead and attend this session today, or maybe even to enroll into a program like Taara or Smart Start. That is itself is very commendable, because if you ask me, I am an avid traveler, but still after 2 years of 2 years, that's exaggeration, because I was homebound only for the time when there was a public lockdown. So that itself, after those 3 or 4 months, I was in fact very uneasy to step out and get into a flight or get into a train, or travel to crowded places. In spite of being busy every weekend, that was where I was. So I totally understand, or now the industry has started recognizing the efforts women put when they are on a break for whatever reason. Okay, so how you portray that break, there are a lot of sessions that we have covered in the past, and even today we see that some of the panelists touch base that. um, Personally, I know Kostuba, so her learning has never stopped with Tara alone. Okay, so that is something that we expect from everyone. This should be a stepping stone. It is absolutely free of cost. Even Smart Start, which is sponsored by VMware, is absolutely free of cost for Tara candidates. All you have to do is find the right platform, find the right course for you, start your learning journey. All you do is invest your time, 3 to 4 hours in a day. I guarantee you that nobody can stop you in the next 3 or 4 months to get into the job that you desire. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, in addition to that, so if you are 35, that should not matter actually. The age to become a fresher should not matter, as long as you are flexible to take up that kind of work. So as Sita said, the boundaries are not there to get into any kind of work.
Absolutely. Age is just a number. We have candidates who were on a career break for 12 years, 15 years, and successfully back to work after they completed the Tara program. So age is just a number, Amrita. Just take a plunge, complete your course. Meanwhile, look for opportunities that are available and just go ahead and apply for the suitable ones. And don't get scared by looking at the job description. So some of the organizations just put everything under the sky for one particular role. Okay, so when they see that you have upskilled, you have taken the pain to upskill yourself, and when you put that little certificate or little badge on your LinkedIn profile or your CV, and when you put that out on your professional profiles, when the recruiter sees that, that in itself is the first step for you to get through the interview. Okay, sometimes what is happening these days is because of the mechanisms that the talent acquisition team uses, where they have, the initial filtering happens through all the robotic tools. So there are chances that you might get a straight away rejection. Okay, so that should not bother you, because when we saw the poll, there were multiple options. One, ask for your friend to refer. Don't hesitate. The second thing is, if you find anyone in that particular organization who is in your LinkedIn profile, connect through them politely. So sometimes what happens, I still get requests that, I'm on a break, I need this job, I need a job very badly, and this is my CV, please help. That shouldn't be the way to approach. Okay, so if there is somebody, a friend of your friend who is in that particular organization, try reaching out in a professional way and ask for introduction. That will definitely work. Okay, as I said, the talent acquisition teams tools might reject you immediately for the roles that you have been applying. It might not even reach the right person. So build your LinkedIn network profile today itself. Refer to our previous recording where Clearly Blue had run a session uh, on creating an excellent LinkedIn profile. Go through that recording, create one for yourself if you don't have, or polish your professional profile if you already have, with the right words, and that's eye catchy, and with all the certificates, the courses that you do, with the badges that you have got. Be active on your profiles. There are a lot of mentors out there on these platforms who can help you out. Now, many of you have asked the LinkedIn profiles of all our panelists today. If they have stepped up to share their experiences, you can definitely find them on LinkedIn and connect with them. And I'm sure our panelists are ready to help you in whatever way possible. Okay, so that's okay. We still have a few more minutes. We can take one more question, Megha.
Yeah, sure. So there is a question from Nidhi. She says, I have done Masters of Library Information Science and Masters of Information Technology Management. I have almost 11 years of experience in libraries as IT services. I have a career break of 2 years. Please help with what should I do to restart my career? I want to do something in cloud, data science, and AI. Let me know if I should post this question to you, Zita, or you're
Um,
able to see it at your ending.
Yeah, I can see that. Nidhi's question I can see. So we have you are still in touch with the IT services, Nidhi. I have had a dentist. If you trust me, there was a dentist who was a part of the Tara program as well. Okay, so she went on to something to do with the corporate clinical research or something, but after doing 2 levels of Tara, the thing that instilled, or the confidence that was instilled in her after she entered the Tara program is what she thanks herself for, because though it was not from her field, just like yours, so since you want to do something in the cloud, data science, or AI field, um, the the very first step to take is to start somewhere. Okay, so the program we have is towards the infrastructure and administrator side of cloud computing, but we also saw that there were developers who were interested in the development of all this, and so we started another vertical called Develop Up and Restart, wherein we had Spring Boot courses from VMware. And we also have Intel's AI, ML, and robotics courses, about 9 or 10 of them. Okay, so that is something that you can start with. Now, since you are interested in these courses, the very first prerequisite is to go ahead and finish your level 1 with Taara, and then your level 2, level 3, or the develop and restart will be unlocked for you. So you can finish level 1 and you can straight away go to the develop and restart and consume all the Intel's AI and ML robotic courses that are available. I hope that helps. But like I said, again, the very first thing is to start somewhere. So don't waste time thinking whether this will work, that will work. Grab whatever comes your way. Okay, you don't have to lose anything with this program. So 3 hours in a day, if you can spend for yourself, that's more than enough to complete the level 1 program in a week's time. Okay, so while we speak, we are trying to work with LinkedIn and get LinkedIn learning courses to be a part of the Taara program as well. If that comes up, you will see additional courses too, which can help you in one way or the other. Okay, so there is something for everyone. And in our constant endeavor, we try to connect all dots possible. We're trying to work with the government of respective states, also to see how they can help build Taara into their programs that they are working for women empowerment. So these are some of the things that we have been doing. 15,000 women was what we targeted when we started the program. So that 15,000, we touched 15,000 women on a career break in India registering for the program. So that was supposed to be reached by end of Jan this year, which we finished in October last year itself. Okay, and of that 15,000, more than 4,000 women are back to work. Now, this 4,000 have come back and told us that they are back to work. I'm sure there are so many others who have joined back and who never got a chance to come back and let us know. Okay, that's the beauty of the program. It is being recognized worldwide now, and we are planning to start this off in other English-speaking regions of APJ as well. So don't wait for something to come up, something new to come up. Start with what's there. Don't lose your time. And every organization that we see these days are welcoming women back to work, especially the ones that have upskilled themselves, because that reduces the, that shortens the training cycle for these organizations. And, and when we create a pool of all the candidates who have completed level 1, level 2, and share it with them, you stand a high chance of being called for an interview. Okay, so all we ask is finish your level 1, register to your level 2, wait for that mail which asks you for your updated CV in a particular format. Once you receive that mail, keep your CV updated, share that with us immediately. And then when we create that pool and we share it with the other organizations who are ready to hire, then you stand a chance. So then, then it's all about how you have built your CV, how well you have upskilled yourself. Okay. We are at the end of our today. So if there are any further questions, we request you to post it in or send it across to us. Sorry, posting is not happening. So send it across to us on Taara_VMinclusion@vmware.com. Some of you have asked how to get enrolled into the Smart Start program. So the Smart Start cohort 3, we still have few more seats. If you are interested and haven't registered as yet, please go ahead and mail us. Either Neha or I will resend you that invite, or even Madhavi can send it. So one of us can resend that invite and you can be a part of the Smart Start program as well. Okay, anything else, Megha or anyone from the panelists you want to add?
Nothing from my side, Sita. I would just like to thank all our panelists for sharing their experience, and of course our lovely audience for being with us today.
Yeah, nothing my friend. Yeah, nothing from my side. I would thank for giving me this opportunity, and it was a nice session as well.
Thank you so much, Shaila.
Nothing from my side. Just a tip. try to keep some time frame to complete a part of the courses. A set of deadline will help you to achieve it. If you don't have any deadline and there's no stop for it, then I don't think so we'll be pushed to complete it. That would be a small tip from my side.
Perfect. Okay, so find them all on LinkedIn, and you can connect with them. If their time permits, you can maybe drop in a message and try to get any kind of help. I can't promise, but because they're all back to work, they will have so many things to manage plus work now after given the amount of break. So it would really be nice to see all of you enrolled, registered, and on your learning journey with Taara and Smart Start together. Polish your professional profiles, get them ready. You never know when a recruiter will pick you up. Okay. Thank you so much, all the panelists and Clearly Blue team. We really appreciate your time presenting this for us today. I'm sure our participants have benefited from the same. If there are any questions, we request you to mail it to us on tara_vminclusion@vmware.com. We will try and answer that the earliest. Thank you so much.
And I just want to add one note, Sita. I have posted certain jobs in the LinkedIn, and there is a fresher opportunity as well. If you wish, please can take a look at that.
Wonderful. Definitely. So candidates, this is the power of networking, and this is the beauty of networking as well. So try and get connected to as many people as possible. Get registered on many platforms where you can utilize networking as an opportunity, and I'm sure that will take you to places. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Sita.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thanks,
everyone.
guys.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.